I would like to say to Donald Trump, if I had the 3 minutes, I would, keeping in mind again that we absolutely need to get this man reelected in November because the alternative is hell on earth and it's the end of this country as we know it. So I would say to him, to the president, if I had 3 minutes, Mr. President, I am the editor of the oldest traditional Catholic newspaper in the world. I think I speak for a lot of traditional Catholics, which is a growing number of Catholics who are sick and tired of the way the Catholic Church has also gone far, far to the left over the past 50 years. So we're a traditional Catholic newspaper. Mr. President, when you first threw your hat into the ring to become president, to run for the White House, we had options. We had options such as Marco Rubio, Jeb Bush, Chris Christie, all Catholics, by the way, but we didn't select those options. We became, here at the Remnant, among the very first to endorse you for the presidency. Because, quite frankly, we had had enough of the rhinos, enough of the Republican neocons pretending to be conservative, and of course they weren't. Even on the pro-life issue, they pretended like they were pro-life, but were they? Every single one of them, all the way back to the Gipper, had a pro-choice wife, pro-abortion wife. And then Donald Trump, the businessman, comes along, where said, yeah, let's give him a try. He's got it. It hasn't been tried yet. It's worth a try. Let's do it. We have no regrets for being among the first to endorse you. In fact, we thank you for standing with small businesses like ours. We thank you for defending our religious freedom, standing with the Little Sisters of the Poor. Well played, Mr. President. We thank you for that. We thank you for standing with the pro-life movement, standing with the unborn in this country. It means a lot. It means everything to us. And now, out of concern for our mothers and our fathers, the older people in our community, you tanked your own booming economy, Mr. President. So you did it because you thought you were doing the right thing. You thought you were going to save lives. You tanked your own booming economy. But the reality is that now that the virus has proved to be much less deadly than the experts thought, we need you to let us take it from here. We know how to take care of our mothers and our fathers and our grandmothers and our grandfathers. We've been doing that for a lot of years, for generations, in fact. When somebody has the flu, you stay away from them. You take care of them, you protect them, but you isolate them. We can do that on our own. We don't need the federal government to tell us how to do that. And also, Mr. President, we realize that you need to play this thing out because you need to get yourself reelected. But you've got a big problem. If social distancing saved millions of lives in March, then the lack of social distancing is going to kill millions in June when we lift this thing, or in July, or whenever, until Bill Gates and his friends have vaccinated us all and turned our country into a police surveillance state. You see, at some point, we have to question social distancing. We have to question the lockdown, the stay-at-home orders.
When I look at the basic tenets that we know of microbiology, and I say, do we need to still shelter in place? Our answer is emphatically no.
You can't let them turn America into that medical dictatorship, into a surveillance police state. It was a mistake, sir, to lock the country down. We know it was done for all the right intentions, but it was a mistake. And the only way out of this now is to admit that it was a mistake. It should never have happened in the first place, and it can never happen again. Your base, Mr. President, is still with you. Your base will re-elect you. But if the country is locked down for much longer, you will lose your base and you will become a one-termer, and nobody wants that. Again, everyone was terrified of the virus. There's no shame in that. Everyone will remember what you did when you blocked flights coming in from China and everything you tried to do to save lives. You were a statesman who put the state and who put his people first. But the experts were wrong, and so now we have to beg you, please, let your inner statesman loose once again, Mr. Trump. You wanted to open this country in Easter, at Easter time. Remember? We remember that. You were right. They knew you were right. But the experts and their water carriers in the media crucified you for that because there was political gain from keeping this country locked down. But nobody who supports you, Mr. Trump, is listening to CNN. Who cares what they say? If you open this country up now, there will be a shout of freedom so powerful that you will be able to ride it right into a second term. Just do it. And your base will hail you not only for getting this country more pandemic ready than any other country in the world, but also for overcoming the globalist agenda of George Soros and Bill Gates and Pope Francis and the entire United Nations cabal. You know, They hate you. They want you to fail, all of them. But if you open the country up now, you will go down in history as the man who blocked them all, who blocked their insufferable New World Order that would have crushed the United States as the first order of business if they had succeeded. You will have stopped them. So again, ignore fake news, ignore the left, Mr. President, and millions of traditional Catholics will stand with you, along with millions of evangelicals who know full well that your fanatical opponents want to silence every single follower of Jesus Christ in this country, be he Protestant or Catholic. They don't care. We all need to shut up. There is no room for Jesus Christ in this new world order of theirs. And there's no room for you, Mr. Trump. Resist them, including their Svengali Pope Francis. Mr. President, I'll let you in on a little secret. Pope Francis is not on your side. He never will be. He's absolutely one of them, and he will do everything he possibly can to help defeat you and to hand this country over to them. He must be opposed vigorously. Here's Pope Francis's UN advisor, Jeffrey Sachs, who also hates your guts, at a Vatican conference back in February, declaring war on what? Declaring war on President Donald Trump and every American who supports him.
The U.S. is a problem. It became a far more significant problem with Donald Trump. He may or may not be president after November. And it is a dangerous country right now. It will be absolutely dangerous if Trump wins re-election.
So be wary of our Pope, Mr. President. Again, he's not on your side. He's not on our side. Do the right thing. We pray for you every night, every day, and we beg you to follow your instincts. Open the country up now. Open our churches up now. Open our schools up now. Christian America will stand with you. History will hail you as a hero, and God will bless and protect you for doing it. Mr. President, it's the only way out. Please, for God's sake, do it now. And that, friends, is what I would say to Donald Trump if I had his ear for 3 minutes. I'm Michael Matt from Remnant TV. God bless you all, and we'll see you next week.